based on everything you saw today, right? And that's why these events are so important. Big events are where the magic happens, the relationships are built, but you also get the big people that fly in that will shorten your learning curve by years.
Yes.
Mr. LeCue, sir, how long have you been with the company?
A few years now.
A few years now. Have you made a few mistakes
Absolutely.
in that journey?
I've
Isn't it
ruined a
great?
few people, I'm sure.
Good Lord. And you'll ruin a couple more, I'm sure. Listen, folks, it is so much better to learn from someone else's mistakes than to have to go through that process on your own.
That's right.
It is so important for you to be here. But folks, I want to bring a gentleman up to the room just to even deeper go into a different area of our company. And you heard a couple individuals talk about, we can do B2B, we can go out and sell small business plans, we can open up employee groups. And we have associates that completely dedicate their careers to doing exactly that. That's all they do. They wake up, they make phone calls, they talk to business owners, they talk to HR executives, and that's how they make their money. We have a lot of individuals that make six figures and multiple six figures doing exactly that. But you don't have to be that person to still take advantage of all of the money that's on the table. As a matter of fact, you could be a full service associate, which means you don't leave any money on the table.
That's right.
Right? If there's a $100 bill on the table and a $50 bill, which one do you take?
Yeah.
Right? Don't leave anything on. We got a lot of smart people in the room, right? So come to the event, you get smarter every time you come. So I'm going to bring up an incredible gentleman who has had a lot of success with our company, $150,000 income earner, but he has written, if you look right down here, 5,000 apps on his own pen. He has signed up 5,000 memberships. So without any further ado, I'd like to bring up one of our partners, my friend, your friend, Mr. Ken Roebuck. RVP gets a handheld. Oh man, I had you taking care of it. So Mr. Roebuck, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself real quick before we want to make sure that they understand who they're talking to, because not everyone knows who you are, and I want to make sure that they completely understand the tenure and the success that you've had with this company.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for allowing me to be here. Daniel, you became a great friend. I've been here for about 4 years now in this marketplace. I was speaking to David in the restroom quickly, right? Special. But we was talking, my name is Ken Roebuck and Chris. We've been with Legal Shield. Actually, I joined October 19th, 1997. Yeah, I read the publication. I read it coming back from overseas, military deployment. Had a book called Wealth Building, picked it up in Hawaii. It's a 2-week transit from Hawaii back to San Diego. I read it, called the corporate office. I needed a membership. They had someone call me and fax me a flyer to drive to Las Vegas to listen to a rally. I woke up 2 o'clock in the morning. I drove to Las Vegas, didn't know about the product, got some cassette tapes, listened to them on the way back home. Right, they called me the next day. I signed up for Legal Shield. This October makes 27 years. Now, when I first got started, networking because I recruited myself. Someone sponsored me. They told me the way, taught me the way. I was the regional manager for 15 straight years, putting on a meeting that location for 15 consecutive years. I've been the group vice president. When that ended, small business training for the company, and today I'm the chair of the small business full service council for Legal Shield. I have about 38 associates with me. The ring earner, right at $2 million in earnings. A lot of that was made through team, right? Because I started as in network, putting on meetings for 15 straight years, right? So I had to have a team, supersize those things. But I've always had a passion for small business. I still do. I have a passion for small business, and it led to small groups. Then it led to larger groups. I had a knee surgery, as you know, in November. December was a rough. But I was able to qualify platinum on my own, not leaving home and not writing one membership myself. And that's the relationships with the companies that I work with.
I think we'd agree we have some success.
Yes.
He knows what he's talking about. When you can pick platinum from home, what was it, couch time? Couch time? Hey, 2 people in the room making that couch money, right? But he said something huge I don't want you guys to miss. He recruited himself. He picked up a magazine. He found out about this opportunity, not from one of you, not from me, Not from the company itself, but from a publication. There are people out there just like him that are looking for an opportunity. And he found it in a magazine.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There is no excuse. You should not be nervous about approaching anyone about this opportunity, guys.
That's right.
This is massive. So that was good. So you guys developed a big training here, right? With all the experience, and he partnered up with Melissa Wilder. Some of you guys know who she is, Miss Melissa Peters. Forgive me, that still slips out every now and then, Miss Melissa Wilder. But you know, she usually took on the Peter name, right? $300,000 income earner, and she's had so much success in this business. They partnered up and developed this training. Out of probably collectively, I'd say 50 years of experience between the two of you
Yeah,
guys.
50 years.
Probably over $500,000 a year of income generated between the two of you guys, close to that, right? And they took. Can you tell us how long it took you guys to
Well,
put together?
it took us, this is the second run. If you remember Small Biz, a few years ago, we put together that program with Fran Targeting. So this is the second run. That faded away, corporate took a different shift. We took this back in September. They gave me a call, Ken, you've done it before. Can you come join us? I met with the VPs. Yes, I can come back. Let's talk about what I'm going to be doing and my time commitment. And I said yes, because I love small business. I have a passion for small business and helping associates in small groups. So this took about 6 straight months. I do have about 32 trainers, council members around the country. Every state is covered. So they work under me for training and teachings, and we went out with them for input, and we tested the marketplace. Right? So it took a little while to put this system together. This is the only system that has been developed by Legal Shield, supported by the CEO.
Wow.
Right? And the dream tour with Mr. Self and Ms. Peters, that was put together because of this. Mr. Self knew what she was doing with building this, and he said, I want to team up with you. So this is the only system that's been developed and fully supported by the corporate office.
Wow, that is big. Yeah.
That's big.
And we got, here's the magic, guys. Here's the clue that he just dropped right there. Mr. Donald Self, one of the biggest, most influential team builders in our industry, saw value in what Miss Peters and Mr. Roba put together, partnered up, and they're still traveling. They're still traveling the U.S. training on this concept, right? So it's huge. Yeah, Mr. Roba, let me ask you, what can someone that's never taken that training expect to get out of that training?
Right. How many people have been to the training?
Yeah.
Right. See the numbers. And Mr. Self talks about selling to the will of opportunity. She talks about selling to the will of opportunity. So that's why it matches. But what you're going to get from this training, folks, where's my field trainers? Where's the field trainers? Okay, those are certified field trainers. There's people that can help you do groups, but we call certified and qualified. Qualified means they've done it before they can do it, but certified means they're Legal Shield sanctioned. And we have a number of them. I'm a systems-driven person. One thing by coming to Florida is we get the first dibs because on the chair, all new material. So all new material comes here. This is just one piece that was just developed. The second piece is with legal department at Legal Shield now. And by coming to the class, you will be introduced to this material and how to use it in the field. How do we introduce business owners to this? Right? Just a prospecting piece. This is a prospecting piece. This was a group I had yesterday. The gentleman couldn't speak. He didn't have time. Ken, can you leave the folder? Ken doesn't leave folders. I'll walk through the program. So the new material, you all saw this. Correct? And that's going to be with your information on the back where you can give a quick presentation. Everybody with me? So this is the type of material that we're developing. But when you come to class, folks, that hasn't been, how many people been to the class? Raise your hand. Keep your hands up. Keep your hand up if you learned something in class you did not know. There's not one person who's been to a full service associate training who has not learned something they did not know. It doesn't matter your tenure in the company. So it is the only company that talks in detail about the product. Right? We know if you know better about the membership, you study the membership, we know you recruit more and you sell more. Yeah. If you sell more, you sell it better, which means retention. So that's what you're going to get in the class, post-class, right? The last class, I call each and every one, don't I?
Yep, you sure do.
I call each and every person in class. I introduce you to field trainers. Bob and Sue, they always show up. We ask every field trainer to come to introduce yourself, right? He came to class, right? Brought a team with him. So in class, you get that. Post class, you're going to get a call every week, and I'll tell you to text me. I'm going to give you my number. 757-334-1294.
You want me to give it to him?
757
757
334
334
1294.
12.
And just text me and say, add me to the list, because Daniel, every Tuesday, we have a southeast call from North Carolina all the way over to Arkansas. That call is dominated by Floridians. It's all the trainings in that region, right? It's a weekly call, lasts about 30 minutes. Mr. Torres was a guest speaker a couple of weeks ago. You all did an interview, Barbara Sue did an interview with one of their associates, right? There's so many people on that call, but most of the guests on that call, most of the people talking, giving stories, testimonies, happen to be from Florida.
That's good.
Right? So that's what you're going to get after the class. And you may say, why? I'm not a wino, but I like to go to Total Wine. Right? But if Total Wine did not have Cab, right, a certain wine, Merlot, right? If they didn't have certain wines, I wouldn't go there. Full service associates. Someone came in with some chips earlier, right? If they didn't have your brand of chip or your brand of soda, you may not shop there. So you have to be a full service associate. Not that you're going to focus on this. Right? It may not be your full-time focus, but you may recruit people or have access to groups of small business owners, and you can do it. Also, post-class. If I work a full-time job, Daniel's my field trainer. Guess what, Daniel, I can't meet with the company. I got to work out 5 days a week. I can't meet with them at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Well, Daniel can go meet with the company for me or small business for me, and he can still partake in the commission. Everybody see how that works? So you may have a full-time job, but still, we can still work on your behalf while you're at work. Okay?
That's good, man. So what he's saying is 50 years of experience, multiple six figures of success, developed that incredible training so powerful that the EVP is traveling with Melissa to help implement this. We have 36 trainers across the U.S. delivering this system. The knowledge and the information is proven because we're seeing people opening up more groups, more people being successful, more people selling more people recruiting more into the wheel of opportunity. And he has post-class systems in place, phone calls, additional trainings, field trainers in the field to help you close your deals, or with you or for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that phone call the number I gave you is your text, but just say add me to the call. Okay. Send me your email address and just say add me to the call. I'll send you a link. I actually do one thing. Get on the Tuesday call. You may not get on any other call, but join us this Tuesday and see what takes place on that particular call.
Great nuggets on that call.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
most of the time I'm on that. 99% of the time I'm on that.
Well, I had to interview him. He came to class. He left class and he sold two $189 small business plans. Each one of those plans probably pay about $700, $800 a piece. If the company owner has another 10 employees, then that's about as an ED or let's say a director, that would be about $1,500. If a small company with 10 employees, that'll pay you about $1,500. That's why when you recruit to the full wheel of opportunity, you may have someone who sold credit card machines, right? But they're making $1,500 every week just doing one small group.
That's right.
$6,000, right, a month, $72,000 per year. That's what you're looking for to build your team, to build your full service team.
That's right. That's right. So this sounds amazing. How does someone sign up for your classes?
You see here, and when you see a class come to your marketplace, now the first thing I did before I launched classes in Florida, when I first got here, I asked Mr. Gonzalez, I do not want to launch a class or release this full service training in Florida without talking to the Florida leadership. He had every ED, every ring runner. I gave them a brief, 15, 20 minutes on the Zoom, and then I went to launch. This class will be in the Fort Lauderdale area. Where's my partner at? That's working with me in the back. I got Jennifer and who else? Kevin will be working with me. Burgess. Working in the Fort Lauderdale area, so they're going to be working with me this. When you see one come out, be sure to register for it. The next one will be in Daytona or Ormond Beach, right? You got to catch that one because that one's going to fill up quite fast.
Yeah, that's at my office.
Right, he's at his office, right? So most of the people there will be on his team. The next one I'm working with John and Sue. We're taking it to Tampa. And folks, I decide where I train. But when I train, I talk to the leadership first. Right? I talk to Florida leadership. So we want to move this training around to your marketplaces, and that's how it works.
That's great. So hey guys, get a screenshot of this right here. It's everything you want to get into to stay here, and make sure that you get registered for those classes because they fill up fast. They really do. They fill up fast. So hey guys, big round of applause for Mr. Kellogg.
The OK cities that you mentioned, the small business, small group is completely full. It's 1,000, the seats went away 2 weeks ago. So you should register, you can't register because the class is full, it's free, right? But you can stand in line. Once we open doors, we give it 15 minutes, if folks are not there, we'll let you come in.
Wow, that's great. Hey, fantastic. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody in the back, guys, he's gonna help you come into the system. You know that big events that, make you guys big money. Guys, we have an amazing individual that is coming down to Orlando to have another Super Saturday with us on April 6th. How many know this individual here, Mr. Alex Shahid? I gotta record it. This makes me laugh a little bit, guys. Come on. I want to record this to show him the response that you guys gave when I announced that it's Alex Shahid. He did like golf clap. He gets golf claps. Right? It's kind of like Ken Roebuck. He gets a lapel, like in a hand helmet. It's fascinating. But yeah, hey guys, Alex Shahid is a very powerful speaker. Okay, and someone record this so we can send it to him so he can testament that that I'm saying good things about him. No, truly, all kidding aside, Alex Shahid is an extremely powerful trainer and mentor. He calls it as it is. He will make you feel like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, at the same time elevating you and equipping you with the things that you need to do to reach the level that you want to reach. You cannot afford to not be here for Mr. Alex Shahid, who is going to also help us pack the house for convention, because the theme for next month's Super Saturday is All Roads Lead to Oklahoma. Who's going to the convention, guys? Right? So we need to pack this house, and we need to rally as a state, because I, as the RVP for the state of Florida, I want to have the most associates from any state at that convention representing our home. Who's with me? Who's going? So Mr. Alex Shahid is going to be here, $200,000 income earner, executive with our company, and we go to the same barber. That's okay. We're about the same house. That's okay. Right? But look, we have a special for you guys, just like we did last month, and every time. Another reason why you want to be here live in person at the Super Saturdays, because we give you discounts on the tickets that go away today. This allows you the ability, guys, not just for you to come and get the information, but for you to duplicate. Like what you see happening over here doesn't hinge on just on Mr. Jason. What you're seeing happen over there and back in the room, and what's happening across the United States doesn't hinge on one person. It hinges on a system that duplicates. It's okay for you to go to Super Saturday, get excited, get the information, get 10% better, but you cannot deliver the information like you're going to get later today. I'm really excited about Mr. LeCue's training. You can't deliver the information like Darnell Miss Peters that did a 5-hour class. How many of you were here for that?
Yes.
Guys,
Awesome.
it is fire.
Yeah.
And we're going to line these up for you month after month. Big speakers for you to build, but you got to decide to plug into them. So today only, you can get a $5 discount on buying your personal ticket. But I would, if you're only buying one ticket, you're already raising your hand saying, I am not going to build. You're already telling yourself the story that I'm not going to do any activity. I'm just going to show up to get inspired and educated. Right? So please, purchase a ticket. Even if you just want to buy one for yourself and buy one more for one person, make a plan to talk to some people. Make a plan to recruit some individuals between now and then. They tell the world, I bought 2 tickets. I will have one associate with me. I will have one guest with me. I will have 5 with me. I will have 10 with me. Right? Mr. Bimji bought 10 tickets last time. Look at the front row.
Let's go,
Who's
Jason.
on his team? Who's here on his team? Raise your hands. Look at that. Even more beyond the front row. He's got about 20 people here. He didn't buy 1 ticket. He bought 10 and brought 20. He made a decision to bring his people. He made a decision. Even if he was here alone, I'm sure he would have bought 10 tickets and brought 20. How many people want 10 people on their team?
Oh, yeah.
How many tickets are you buying? That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. It's all for you. The system will not duplicate if you don't let it work for you. Right? So, guys, what we're going to do is, not right now, we're going to take a little 10-minute break. Everyone get the little flyers, the little papers. There's QR codes on there to make it super easy for you guys to get your tickets. And by the way, if you tried to check in early and you couldn't pay, we've corrected everything. Just go to the back and check back in. Back at the, it used to be the front desk, now it's the in desk. I don't know what to call it now, it's throwing me off. But at the desk in the back, right? At the end of the Super Saturday, everyone that purchased a ticket, we're all going to come up here and take a picture together in Florida to celebrate who's going to be the future leaders, guys. Listen, we got over 100 people in this room right now. And what I want for each of you, I want us to knock these doors down, have 1,000 people next door, and have 100 people on each of your teams. But that mission starts today. That mission starts now. So we want to document your declaration to participating in the massive growth that we're going to have here in Florida, guys. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go. So hey guys, we're going to take a 10-minute break. That's 10 minutes, and then we're going to